Welcome back to the channel. I am going to show you how to change out your axles in your Ford truck from the independent front garbage that was on your OBS to a 03 axle. Well, I did an axle swap front and rear, but using junkyard parts and be able to lift your truck about 7 inches for under, I'd say, $1,000 to $1,500 bucks. Truck's a little dirty, but it's a truck. This will also allow you to have disc brakes in the rear, which I have all new slotted and drilled rotors and new calipers to put on the rear, and they're nice and red and painted. I just haven't done it yet. But it's a fairly easy swap. You can do it in a day with the help of the buddy, and I'll show you how to do it. All right, here is a set of 26x14s on a Ford F350 axle out of a 2003. Here is the old F250 97 axle that we took out, which is the older bolt pattern. We went to 8x170 on this with the new wheels. Took out the old suspension on the truck, and we're getting ready to put the suspension that's on the trailer underneath it, which is an F450 suspension for the front. And I will leave a link and what spring number it is and all that. All right, how to put 8x170 axles underneath your OBS Ford. My SD card was corrupted, so I lost sound, and some reason the video was real shaky. So I'm gonna have to reshoot this without really showing you how to do it, but this is explaining how to do it with a few pictures and a little bit of crappy video. I apologize for that. Something went wrong with the SD card. I cleaned out the SD card, put it back on the computer, filmed another video with the same SD card, and it did the same thing again, so I cut that SD card in half so I wouldn't use it again. So, but let's go. See, get you started on this. All right, now I used F450 two-wheel drive leaf springs, and I reused the F450 shackle. I drilled this out to fit the F450 bolt, and then for the steering I used, it was either 03 or 04 steering from the pitment all the way to the other end of the steering location bar over here. And then for a spacer, I just cut my F250 leaf springs in half with a chop saw, and then I put a shim in here that corrects the dry shaft angle, which actually was attached to the F450 leaf springs when I got it from the junkyard. And then on the rear of the truck, it was just simple. When I bought my new U-bolts and hardware from the spring shop, I just took apart my leaf springs, as you can see, and I restacked them. It's hillbilly as crap, but you know, I mean, but like I said, I built this thing to tow. I didn't build it to be a pretty truck or a show truck. I built it to pull my stuff around and not squat. So what I did is the bolt right here that goes through the leaf spring, I replaced that. I got that at the spring shop. And also same thing with my U-bolts. I had maybe 120 bucks in all new bolts and hardware for my leaf springs from the spring shop. And then I used junkyard parts, which I found on car-parts.com. They're a computer inventory junkyard. They're great for finding stuff, man. It's every junkyard has computer inventory. They pay to be on that website. I got my axles at one junkyard, I think, for like $300 or $400. And then I got my springs. The front ones were $125 a side, and then the rear springs, I got them, I think they were like $100, and then plus the cost of hardware. Grade 8 bolts, it depends on where you buy them. The ones I used in the on the leaf springs, it depends on which hardware store you go to. I usually go to Tractor Supply because you can buy them by the pound. I don't know if you have one of those where you're at, but I buy mine there, and everything bolted right in. U-joints, I just replaced the U-joints, the 03 axles and 04 axles. The U-joints are the exact same diameter and size as the 97 OBS, so I didn't have to replace U-joints or have any custom yokes or drive shafts made. Everything bolted right in. The nice thing about this is it gives you disc brakes as well. So hopefully this video helps you out if you're looking into doing a 8x170 axle swap on your OBS or a solid axle swap, because the older axles are getting harder to find. And the plus side on these is you get disc brakes when you're done. And I love this axle swap. I mean, parts are more readily available because these trucks are still, there's more of them on the road on these newer trucks. These older trucks, you go to the parts house and a lot of the stuff they got ordered in, like brakes and stuff. You go and get brakes for an 04 Ford F250 or F350, they're on the shelf, so, which makes it nice. But hopefully this video helped. If you liked it, hit the like button. Follow us on Facebook for future videos, car show meets and stuff that we're going to be going to. And thank you for watching.